1.5 to 2 times the size of the root ball. And the reason is a lot of times if you just make it the size of the root ball and you glaze your shovel down the sides, kind of making it impermeable, like a hard pan there for them to go against. So now when we set this root ball in here, we're going to have some excavated soil around the outside, which is going to be easier for those roots to go into that soil. Also, when digging the hole, we want to set the depth, the height of what we call the root flare. So a lot of times when you say you get a potted tree in the nursery out of the pot, sometimes they might have put the dirt in up high on the trunk. A lot of homeowners will then take that tree and then set the grade. Let's just say they put dirt in the pot up to here. Well, they just planted that tree like 4 or 5 inches too deep. You want to hit it. You can kind of see where it flares out and where the roots start. See the roots coming out? That's the grade you want to set it at. So a lot of times you need to excavate the dirt back out of the pot to find this depth. So this is going to be your grade. So you're going to dig your hole like this. This tree is about 12 inches probably of root ball. So we dug it down to 12 inches. And so when you set it in the hole where you'd want it, you can see we have it plenty wide. And then the next thing, once you have the hole dug and you pull the tree out of the pot, a lot of times when the roots hit the plastic, they circle, and they circle the outside. If we just stuck it in the hole like that, it would continue to circle. The roots would. They wouldn't branch out. So we want the roots to branch out. So what we've done is we've already kind of scored the roots, but you can take a pruner, a knife, anything to kind of go along and kind of work the roots. These were already kind of wrapped, so I just kind of went along and snipped them so they're growing outward. I just tried to not let them be circled anymore, and that'll allow them to grow outward. So you don't want to cut off too much. I mean, the roots are very important here. So score the roots, and then basically the next step would be to put it in the hole. We already set the depth, we know that's right. And then I usually try to, like here a lot of times, I'll turn it kind of into the wind. It's pretty sandy soil here, so we amended the soil with a bag of kind of organic soil mix. And I did about a half a bag, and I've already kind of blended it with the existing soil here. So now we're just gonna backfill it. So, and then when we put the dirt in, we just toss it in. We don't really pack it in. We'll tap it just a little bit. So usually you'll water it in, and then we'll put dirt on it, and then you want to check it in a few days just to see if it settled some more, and then add some more dirt to it if you've got settled spots. So then another thing you can do kind of is as you add the dirt, a lot of times I'll berm it a little bit around the side, so then the water will hold in there. They're going to come back through and stake it. So we'll put a couple stakes and kind of a tie wrap like this. This is kind of a little plastic chain that you'll go from the stake to the tree, and you don't want to get it too tight, just a little, so it can still move in the wind. And then you don't want to go more than a year on the stake. So that's the kind of the rule of thumb, is no more than a year.